Hey y'all, welcome back. So as I would understand it, is that we're about to take a ride on the wild side. So I don't know who that's for. I feel like I have a mix of everybody watching. So I don't know if it's for the protagonist or the antagonist, but somebody's about to take a good old ride. But let's dive in and see what Divine Holy Spirit has for you. All right. Thank you so much for being here. And for rocking with me. Appreciate you for your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscriptions. And I'm going to just be quiet right now. I'm going to yield right now. Ten of Pentacles. Now, if that's a wild side, I'll take it. But let's see. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, what do you have for the collective? What does the collective need to know and be made aware of? All right. I was being shown like a game show set. So if this is the price of right, the price of right. The price is right, or Wheel of Fortune or something. It just seems like the game counter ticker is the audience is silent. You know, everybody's hanging on to their chair for the answer. So it's feeling like that kind of vibe here. Ooh, I think I like it. All right, y'all. Let's go. Thank you. Because I felt the anxiety building up too. Oh, okay. There's a nice chunk of cards that came out. So let me see if we can get a couple more. But right on the money is what I heard. Like on target. Oh, God. So I saw a couple, right? They're the contestants, right? And it's like they got to work together to come up with the right answer to win this big prize. The only thing is, like, the audience, everybody, the host is in on some sort of big secret or something, but they're not going to win because it's rigged or something. But, you know, everybody's kind of going along with it, kind of amping them up, like, you know, like if it were like an actual production, like a staged audience, to where they have the applause sign, so they're being told what to do, coaxed what to do. And it's only to, you know, build this couple up and then watch them fall. Bottom of the deck, Will card in the reverse. So, oh boy, oh my God, look what fell right here in the center. I didn't even see that. I was looking out the window straight ahead, not even knowing what was down here. All right, y'all. So maybe one day I'll put my face on camera. I don't know. I'm very expressive, so you'll be able to tell what I'm thinking by looking at the expression on my face. I'm one of those, I kind of give that away how I'm feeling. Like I don't really have like a poker face at all. Anyway, the Wheel of Fortune card in the reverse. You know, this has to do with karmic cycles, going back, trying it again because you didn't get it right this time around. And it's also, you know, an unfortunate card in regards to, you know, blessings and luck. So, you know, I feel like if this was like a little gold carrot dangling in front of the donkey or whatever that is, the horse, to where they're constantly in forward motion, because the carrot is gold. I'm seeing just like shiny gold hanging, dangling in front of someone. So if that was something to coax them along to get them to a destination that, you know, would eventually be a dead end, like Final Destination sort of vibes here. All right, let's talk about this Two of Cups. So that's the overall energy here, which, you know, that coincides with that game show. You know, the staged audience and all of that good stuff, right? Okay. I don't know. I was just shown the Joker in the last movie where he was on the talk show. That he always aspired to be on that talk show or whatever. He really admired the host. But then once he got on there, he was arrogant AF, and he was there to, you know, of course, assassinate the host. I don't know if we saw that coming, but it did happen. So I don't know where that's going with the Joker reference. But this Queen of Wands is kind of scaring me right here, because I feel like this is the front runner. This is the ringleader. So you know what? This Queen of Wands has, I think she's being really chill about things right now. But this is the one who's ultimately going to cause all of this destruction. And I bet all of that destruction is right here underneath this Five of Swords reverse. But we'll be able to tap into that in just a moment. Let me go ahead and get this foundation down to what's going on here. And it would make sense that if this Queen of Wands belongs to your ex-person, right? Or your ex-person belongs to them. Let me phrase it that way, because I feel like your ex-person cannot escape this Queen of Wands energy. So, you know, this could be, I mean, I want to say it's a lover. I wanted to say, you know, it could be a mother figure, but I don't know if I'm getting family. I could be getting family by way of some sick toxicity, possibly, whatever that entails, because I was picking up, you know, some kind of kissing cousin vibe, you know, in a previous reading. So, you know, and dealing with this energy, you don't know which way the tides are going to turn here, because there's a little bit of everything that comes out when this Queen of Wands shows up. So this Two of Cups energy here, you know, having to do with your ex-person and this Queen of Wands, you know, that it's in limbo right now, because I feel like I said, this Queen of Wands is playing it cool. Now, it could be a male. It doesn't have to be gender related, but they're playing it cool for now, but they have other plans here with the Star card reverse. So when I look at this Star card reverse, I feel like it's definitely going against God's will, because, you know, I mean, I would like to think of the Star card as some sort of blessing, like the blessing from the spiritual realm that's helping, you know, keep this union together, because it was on, you know, a kind of a relapse situation, because it's on its side. So it's neither in the upright or the reverse. So I have to consider that. So if this is like a reconciliation to where, you know, this Queen of Wands energy is just kind of playing, you know, like they kind of have it together right now, where they're kind of maybe wanting to, you know, stay with this person or make things work, or it's all a facade. Because they're taking this wheel, this karma wheel, that fortune, into their own hands. Now, when I say that, let me spell that out for you. So if that means them taking someone else's life away from them, that would be against God's will. But I feel like if they are playing nicey-nicey, it's for a reason. The Queen of Wands is all about action. So if it has to do with, I think we can try to work this out. Yeah, I do care for you. I do love you. You know, all that emotional bullshit, you know, is what's happening here. Because it's not legit. It's not real. Because on this Two of Cups on its side lets me know that, you know, it doesn't matter. This person isn't deeply in love with this other person. So it could go either way for them. But right now they want to coax it to go a certain way so they could go ahead and carry this through with this Star card reverse. Because this is not, even if they are being led by, you know, supernatural powers, they're not divine. They're not divine powers. So the Queen of Wands has a plan, y'all. But they're not playing nice. It's not a nice plan. And then here's the other thing, y'all. I'm getting it feels like, just by way of looking at the cards, just like the illustrations, right? Not even considering what kind of cards they are, the position that they're in. They're light colored, right? Like the blue and the white and the yellow. Like it makes me, but look, they're all in the reverse. You know, not considering the Queen of Wands. But if they're not on the side, they're in the reverse. So that also confirms for me that it's a facade. But that's just for me. All right, y'all. I keep hearing like this game show music in the back of my head. Like, you know, the sound of it, you know, it gets you involved. It gets you like, you know, that energy of, like I said, on the edge of your seat, waiting for them to get the answer right or wrong. But the only thing is the answer is going to be wrong, even if it's right, because it's rigged for this Queen's favor. Well, I'm talking about a fire sign here. All right, y'all. I'm gonna save this card. Let's jump over here. This is a pile of cards. I like to go through these storybook style when they plop out, you know, so many on top of each other, so I can just run through them. But the Five of Swords reverse. You know, I said when we get to this area up here with the Five of Swords reverse, we'll find out, you know, what the plan is. And it's going to involve this energy just has to do with, I'm going to get you before you get me. Yeah, you might have, you got me the first time, but it's not going to happen again. And that goes for you and anybody else who tries it, because I'm on to you. So if this has to do with, you know, somebody holding themselves up, possibly this Queen of Wands, catching on to game, you know, like, yeah, I know you sent such and such by here. I know that you had such and such call my job, try to get me fired. I know that you had such and such pull up on me when I was leaving work. I know what's going on here. So that Five of Swords is just being ready, and then being and making sure, you know, that if this is it, this is going to be it. You know, when Tupac said, pull your gun on me, you better kill me. That was one of his lyrics. Because that's this energy right here. And this is with the swords, it's like it's like there is no other plan, because this has been totally thought out. Because, you know, this energy is like you've already, you know, you have a list of names. Taking notes, taking names, whatever that little phrase is when somebody does you wrong. It's like, okay, I'm taking names here. But this is making sure that they don't do it ever again. So what all that entails, let's see. All right, so we have the Five of Wands here. So another 5. So, you know, this is competition. This is challenge. This is action. This is actually taking the action to be able to stand up for yourself, or, you know, I mean, okay, I heard the word hitters. So yes, they do have wands in their hands, and they're kind of just, you know, just making sure the wand is what it is. Can I use this as a weapon? I don't know. I hope I never have to. But, you know, combined with this Five of Swords reverse energy, like it's somebody who's getting all of their materials together, their tools, their weaponry, you know, making sure they have hitters in place. That's where that came from. Making sure that they are, you know, have somebody on the lookout. So whatever this involves, and maybe that's the reference to the audience in the game show, everybody is on the same page except for the actual contestant who's on stage thinking that this is their lucky day. It's not. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Totally not. All right, so we have the Eight of Cups reverse. So this is being unable to walk away from, you know, the Queen of Wands is feeling some type of way about everything. Like I just can't accept what the reality is for me. Like, I'm not in a good place. I'm not healthy, and I'm determined to be miserable and stay miserable. And everyone around me who knows me is going to be miserable too, because nobody's going to be able to be happy around me. And I'm going to make sure of it, is the energy that I'm feeling from this Queen of Wands. Like, I just heard it ain't over until I say so. So whoever this Queen of Wands is a tyrant. So it's taking me back to that dream recall that I had about that Suki character. I know nothing about her. I just know when I see her, it's one of those people you look at, no shade, but you kind of look at them like, okay, how did they become famous? Okay, like, how were they able to, I want everyone to win, but some people you just kind of look at like, wow, and they're aggressive as hell and they still are able to get their way. Like, how does this work again? That's how she looks to me, and that's what I'm feeling behind this Queen of Wands energy. And if I can also tie the Suki energy, yeah, no, that was the same. That was the same dream, right? About something with a club or, outside of a club. I know there was music playing, but the one who was pointing the gun, that was the Suki character. But that's who I'm, because I just see a woman who's kind of big busted, big hip, but she's kind of stocky looking. That's who I'm seeing, and that's how I'm able to associate it back to this Queen of Wands. Now, if it's not a female, like a Suki character, then this is someone who's on the opposite end of that, who should be on the receiving end. But you know what? I said it was a couple, so it could go either way. But I figured these two are plotting against one another, period, anyway. Because I feel like if whoever's connected, your person connected to this Suki character, they are trying to run for their lives away from this person, but they've been unsuccessful in doing so. It's like a trap every turn that they make, that they're at a risk of losing something, or something being exposed, or some sort of blackmail. So they had been staying and continuing to stay put because of that reason. But there's something with this Queen of Wands that has them trapped, your person. And if that's not the case, if that's not the scenario, because it could go either way, then, this Suki character is the one who's going to have the final say, the last laugh. But then again, I wouldn't be so sure, Suki, if I'm talking to you, because you know who you've been dealing with this whole time. You're very much aware of who this person is. So I would say, not so fast, but that could apply to both of y'all. I mean, y'all are in this together, Two of Cups. But the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, nobody wins. So that's how that would play out, if you didn't know that. And don't shoot the messenger. But anyway, here's the Three of Pentacles. So, this has to do with assistance, with help coming in, relying on help, or, just wanting people to recognize you for the work that you've put in, or the things, the skills you've accumulated. And maybe this is them just being proud of, saying, like, I can do this by myself. Like, I don't even need hitters. Like, I don't even need to send people. Like, so there's some sort of, there's like a very arrogant energy coming from this card here. And then too, while I was talking, I also had an understanding that the Three of Pentacles could have to do with somebody wanting to claim something as theirs, but actually it's something that they accumulated together. So if that's a child, then, that would make sense. Or if it has to do with, business assets, money earned by way of business venture, that could be the issue on the table that's causing this conflict and somebody not being able to walk away. And, this setup energy with the game show, everybody's in on it except the contestant. They don't know that it's rigged. Oh, here's another 5, y'all. 5 of Pentacles. So this is, an energy of wanting to come back and belong to whatever they've been cast out of. They don't like it out there, but that's clearly a couple. So if this has to do with them fending for each other or fending for themselves because they've been cast out of some little intimate group or circle, and now they're both kind of like, we're all we got sort of energy with this 5 of Pentacles, but one of them's not feeling it, and that would be your person. They're totally not feeling it at all. But maybe they're just trying to play nicey-nicey right now just to keep the peace. But then again, I feel like they're at wit's end. Like, they don't want to keep the peace anymore. They know that, I don't even know if they feel that that blackmail is, that exposure is going to be hurtful, harmful at this point. All they know is they just want to be done with this person. And if done means like done, like getting rid of them, that would be an option for your person. Sad to say, sorry to say. Because the Queen of Wands I'm feeling is somebody who will go to no end to get what they want, and they want, you know, your person, and then also to, you know, be in the right, even though they're wrong as the day is long. They don't want to be told that. They don't want to be felt. They don't want to feel what that's like. They want to have someone roll out the red carpet for them and treat them like a queen or king when they come around. But you know, it just feels like, okay, is this the boss's daughter energy? Like, what is this? You know, because they don't really qualify for the job that they have. They just get it by way of relation, that they have this title position, but everybody else in the office is kind of, you know, like, yeah, that's the boss's daughter. You didn't know, you know, because why try to keep it a secret? Because obviously they don't know what they're doing, and they're just there by way of who they know, who they, you know, are associated with, or, you know, married to even, I'm hearing. So that could be significant here. The boss's daughter energy. So that also means that, you know, possibly if this is like a boss's daughter sort of thing, they got kicked out. But, you know, even with that whole club thing from the dream recall, maybe they lost their top position in this club. So if I could put it like this, so say if, you know, this was a strip club that we're talking about, because I did mention in the dream recall that there were some scantily clad women, you know, but it was daytime. So I'm like, okay, they have daytime strip clubs. I'm like, oh, they probably, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't they? So if there was some sort of commotion inside that everybody's running outside, and then this Suki character is wanting answers, and she's pointing guns at people, wanting answers right then and there, because people know that she's crazy, but she has all this pull. She has all this leverage. So that's the boss's daughter energy. Like, who is she? So if she was like the main dancer or something, and that's how she was able to have all this clout, right? Or she brought in the most money. Well, I guess that would be the main dancer, but maybe she flipped tricks on the side. You know, like it could be totally like Trixie and Ronnie from Players Club energy here. It could totally be that. I never even considered that until today, right now. Totally could be that energy. To where they were setting up innocent, you know, dancers to be, you know, violated. I didn't want to say the rape word because, you know, I want to be sensitive to that. But, you know, these setups that have been occurring in the videos, it would totally make sense if that was the kind of atmosphere that we're dealing with here. And the key players. Not to mention Players Club, the movie. Because the game show, the players, the stage, all of that is starting to hit home right now. And those are things that have been coming up. But I just never thought to think that, oh, they're all dancers, strippers, whatever. I honestly thought it was a prostitution ring. But that could also be part of the gameplay here. All right, y'all, moving past that. Goodness. Okay, the Four of Cups reverse is here. So this has to do with someone taking, you know, a look into other options. Like they once were thinking totally inside of the box, but this would be, you know, thinking outside of the box. Like, you know, how did I get here? Like these emotional questions. Like, why is my life this way? Why do I keep attracting the same bullshit to my life with the same people? The same, only thing different is the day. That's this Four of Cups reverse energy. Somebody's just kind of contemplating, you know, where they are in life and how they got there. Tower card because of this, because they know it's coming. They know this tower is about to fall. They don't know how it's coming, but they know it's coming. They could feel it. They could feel it in the air, Beanie Siegel. All right, let me put these down because I wanna see if there's anything else on this Tower card to see what else is going on, especially with this game show energy. Hang on. So all I'm really looking at right now or the reference is coming to fire, fire, fire. Why would you burn a home down though? Is it to hide evidence? Is that what we're doing? Like, is that like the last final resort? So if they're both playing games with one another, and the Queen of Wands is holding something over your person's head, something that took place. Remember, there was the body energy coming up, the missing person and the body and all of that in my previous readings. Here we are. So to light the place up, but whose house is this though? I just feel like that's an option that's on the table, and it's being heavily considered at this point in the game. Because you're dealing with two people crazy enough to do it. They're both crazy. They're both out of their minds. There's no way around that. No question about it. Because there's so much dirt that's been done that they both hold secrets on, one more so than the other. Like, I really feel like your person was coaxed to go along with things because this Queen of Wands just seemingly made it appear, quote unquote, that it was safe ground to be able to trust them. But you know, the Queen of Wands is a beautiful person on the outside, but let them be in a bad mood, or let them have a vendetta, or let them, you know, feel like they've been wronged or somebody told them no, then it's hell to pay for everyone involved. So the Tower is coming. Tower is here, but it just needs to fall. But how is it going to fall? By way of fire? Oh my God, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You know where I'm about to go with this one. 8 of Swords. Somebody's trapped. I don't know if somebody's being held against their will, if it's the actual body that's been coming up, that's in someone's basement of their home, and they're thinking about lighting the place on fire to get rid of evidence, because that's like the last hoorah of their freedom. Y'all, this is really on the table. This is really a consideration because of this. Look at this. Look at this. 16. 8 and 8 is 16. So I know there's 2 people in on this, but that would be our little happy couple over here. I don't even know how these people sleep at night. To find out you've been with someone that you can't even trust, like on like a serial killer type level. Like, we're talking about bodies here, and secrets, and blackmail, and dancers, prostitution rings. That prostitution rings have been coming up for me, the whole trafficking thing, for the last year. So to see this actually coming to a head now, and the surveillance thing, that was all in the readings for the past year. So it's like, I mean, to see this finally coming to a head, to an end, I mean, I would say that's awesome for, you know, the victims' families to be able to have justice, because as of now, it's a missing body. Or I think I did a reading, I said, what happened to Mr. Charlie? Mr. Charlie had the same routine every day, and people haven't seen Mr. Charlie in communities. Like, what happened? Where is he? Anybody seen him? Mr. Charlie could be in his basement. But anyway, again, don't shoot the messenger, okay? All right, let's see what this final card is here. Oh, the 10 of Pentacles came back out. So this was in the pre-shuffle. When I saw the card flipped over, I did mention it. But it's back again. So I feel like if this house fire has anything to do with money, then I feel like they would have went ahead and got the fraudulent paperwork ready by way of, you know, the death. Or if there was a check that was a monthly check or something that was coming, that they were able to, you know, sign on the dotted line to keep the check going. So again, this person, because they're missing, they could just be trapped in the basement with this 8 of Swords. And they might be throwing them some bread and water. every now and again. Because I am feeling like influence, like these people are out of their mind. So they're heavily under the influence of some psychosis type drugs. Like of course I'm not talking about marijuana. I'm talking about like heavy stuff, like needing a fix, sort of stuff. So the 10 of Pentacles would mean that would be the big payoff is, the house caught on fire. So insurance, money, check. This is insurance. It just screams insurance policies. But then I told you not to sign the paperwork. No matter how much they begged you, do not sign the paperwork because they could have possibly come to you. But the paperwork was fraudulent. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Hope this helps.